with it. You know, we've seen it before where they've lost big leads because all of a sudden the ball stops moving and then guys start playing that one-on-one basketball trying to do too much on their own. So will they keep up what's working and is giving them the lead?
Iguodala, by the way, with 6 assists. That's a travel by Baron Davis. We're talking about blown leads, and they've had their share here in Los Angeles.
Look at this. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5 games. I mean, you talk about you win 3 of those. I mean, how all of a sudden instead of 3, you got instead of 13 wins, you got 16, and you're 16 and 15 and over 500. So they've got to learn how to close games out. And we're going to see tonight if they can do that.
And Coach, isn't that a little surprising as an offensive foul there on the Sixers? That the Clippers, with a point guard of the caliber of Baron Davis, usually you see that with young teams and inexperienced point guards because they don't know time, score, clock, game management. But with Baron Davis, an all-star, a guy that's been around the block, you know, it's kind of surprising that they've been losing leads like this.
That's why I said he's the guy, you know, whether you like it or not, that I know it's a lot to put on one guy. Here's another turnover, so we've seen now 3 turnovers here that's going to give the Sixers a chance to run. But you know, Baron Davis has got the ball in his hand, and he's the guy that makes his team go.
Doug, actually 4 turnovers in the last 5 trips. Gallenberg trying to find his position inside against Camp. Brand snaps it back outside to Williams. Puts up that little floater and picked up now by Russell Butler. Davis at the other end. Rejected by Iguodala, counted for 2 on the goal tag.
Somebody's got to be back.
Yep.
Somebody's got to get back defensively. When Lou Williams drives, he's your guard, and he's buried underneath the basket. Allen Iverson has a tendency to roam around in there. Here's the goaltend. Easy call. But now 2 or 3 times we've seen where the Sixers have had very poor floor balance because they've gone to the offensive board. Their point guard has penetrated, and no one has rotated back to cover.
But the Sixers out there with both Dallenberg and Brand at the same time.
Well, it works because Elton Brand can get out in the transition as well. A couple times in those, even though he got the and one and he missed 1 jump shot, he can get out and run the lanes.
Williams, Brand, that's 3 seconds.
The Clippers have really packed it in now. All that penetration that we saw with the Sixers early and getting out and running, they've packed it in. Who's going to make a jump shot? Lou Williams is a good shooter. Allen Iverson, more of a mid-range guy. Iguodala's not known for his outside shooting, and you got the 2 bigs. So I mean, if the Sixers don't create some offense here with their defense, somebody's going to have to step up and make some shots.
Andre Jordan has just come in for Chris Kaman for the Los Angeles Clippers. Each team turning it over 5 times apiece here in this 3rd quarter.
Where are the Clippers going to get offense? 20 points by Kaman on the bench right now. Guys going to have to step up offensively.
Camby will put his hand in the pot. Fine 2. Marcus Camby, former Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA. He's got 10 with the foul going on Dallenberg for the 4th time for Philadelphia.
Look at the defense here now. We talk about this. Look at the Clippers. They're the #1 shot blocking team in the league. Look at the guys in the paint and just daring the 76ers to try to make some outside shots. You got 2 guys here, no spacing on the floor. That's what happens when you play the 2 big guys. You lose spacing, and then nobody will be able to take that outside shot. Marcus Camby, this guy is such a great player. I mean, you know, I don't know that he's ever gotten his due for what a great job he's done in this NBA. Shot blocking, rebounding. He's going to be a guy that's going to be a lot of teams who have a chance to win a championship. They're going to try to get it come trade deadline, especially if the Clippers are out of the mix.
So if you talked about the spacing for the 76ers, they've really struggled the last few years with their 3-point shooting. Remember they lose Kyle Korver as the alley-oop to DeAndre Jordan. Kyle Korver in the trade to Utah. They think they're bringing in Jason Capona, who is going to be that long-distance shooter from Toronto, and he really hasn't panned out for them as well. And you got guys that really shouldn't be shooting 3-pointers, for the Sixers.
Well, they made 1 3-point tonight. Lou Williams, it was their first basket of the game.
Spades is checked in for Dallenberg. Take this shot over Jordan. Camby trying to wrestle away the ball. It will be off the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia this quarter. 3 field goals, 5 turnovers.
Started over at 3:22 and 24. We inbounded that with 23 actually.
3:20 to play here in the 3rd.
One of the things the Sixers have done the last 2 games is they've had very good 4th quarters. Up until that point in time on this trip at Washington, They were outscored, I think, by 14 in the fourth quarter. They had a 10-point lead. They get beat. At Utah, they got beat by 13. Tonight, they're looking at a double-digit lead here. So I think it's imperative for Philadelphia to try to dig into this lead, maybe get this to 4 or 5 points here in the last 3 minutes, going into that fourth quarter to give themselves a puncher's chance to win this game.
Here's Davis from outside. Oh, that's a good-looking long two. Baron Davis, he's 4 of 5 with 9 points. You guys are talking about how the Clippers are packing it in. They're going to bring in Capona, maybe try to loosen that a little bit. Philadelphia will.
Well, you need to put some shooters out there with all the penetration from Lou Williams and Andre Iguodala, as well as Allen Iverson.
With Spates.
Chances are when he catches the ball, he's going to shoot it.
I was just going to say, he does not have any assists, does he?
His passes are somebody else's offensive rebound.
On the East Coast, we're about a half hour away from the brand new year, 2010. Thank you for spending it with us tonight on TNT. Doug, the Western Conference has had their share of surprises. I guess they look at Oklahoma City. They won again tonight. 4 games over 500.
Yeah, how about the Rick Carlisle job that the Mavs have done? Alvin Gentry there. The Suns had a brutal stretch of road games early in the season. They've had some terrific wins. The Rockets, Rick Adelman with all the injuries and stuff. Scotty Brooks and the Thunder. Lionel Hollins, the Grizzlies. Paul Westphal and the Sacramento Kings. All the surprise teams to me have been in the West in terms of good things happening, and all the disappointing teams to me have been in the East with teams that you expected more of. But some of these young coaches, these young teams have done a great job. I heard Charles and Kenny and EJ talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder against Utah tonight, and they've got 3 terrific young players there, and Durant, Jeff Green, Westbrook, James Harden, a rookie who I know a lot about of Arizona State, who's starting to really play well. They've done a really nice job. They get Maynard as a backup point guard because of Cap's situation there for Utah. So they have a backup point guard now for Westbrook. So they've done a nice job there in Oklahoma City.
Capona has come in for Iguodala. Davis can be let close by Grant.
Second shot
It's
opportunity.
Butler, and no one within a long distance of him for that long distance shooter. Rasul Butler hits another 3. Butler tonight with his 3rd. He's got 9 of his 11 in this quarter.
Yeah, and the Clippers are plus 12 now at the 3-point line. You look at the game up there, it's a 13-point game. The difference is at the 3-point line.
Williams can't get it with the left hand. Butler comes the other way. Here comes Baron Davis. Bruin against Bruin.
Love to see that, Kevin. You know that.
I know.
Oh, my. Oh,
I was just
love
trying
to see that.
The Hall of Fame mention. I'm not going to continue this now. It's not a Reggie Miller fest. Allen Iverson the other way. He's 1 of 4. He's played 28 minutes. We haven't gotten to the fourth quarter yet. 28 is about where he's supposed to stop. Capona, long distance sharpshooter, can't knock it in.
yeah, but a nice job there. They ran him off the 3. And long 2s are what you want him to take. You want to get him off that 3-point line.
Butler last night came off the bench, put in 50. Tonight he starts. Here's Camby over Graham. Capona clears it.
And actually, he was a starter out there to play against Iguodala defensively. They like that matchup better than Thornton, so he's done a nice job in Iguodala, who's 3 of 9.
9 points.
And he's added 11 with the 3 threes you talked about. So a nice matchup there for Tony Brown tonight.
Brand over Camby. Tough shot for Elton Brand off the bench. For the 7th consecutive game, Reggie 15 points in 21 minutes.
Well, let's see if Eddie Jordan starts to go down. Well, we know what's going to happen if the ball goes down to Spates. The ball's going to go up. But let's see if they can get the ball down to Elton Brand. A good first half.
You guys are having a lot of fun. The expense of Maurice Spates tonight. Here's the Gordon inside on Spates. And a quick foul. 74-63 game. Spates picks up number 3. And we'll find Eric Gordon at the free throw line for the Los Angeles Clippers. Watch live games online with NBA League Pass broadband. Log on now to NBA.com/LPBB to watch 3 games at once. Use live game DVR. Check out full season archives all season long.
You know, when you look at Philadelphia, their numbers, to talk about how important it is for them to defend, if you look at their numbers, when they shoot under 45%, they're 3 and 14. Under 50%, 2 and 4. Under 55%, 2 and 4. So they are 7 and 22 if they don't shoot 55% or better. I mean, when you are a good defensive team, you've got to find a way to win games.
55%. No, Coach, how many teams are going to shoot?
Look at this. 55% or above. They're 2 and 0. Other than that, they're 7 and 22.
Here comes Butler.
And their defense has got to create offense for them, and they got to be able to win games when they don't shoot the ball well.
Well, that's when their defense has to step up.
That's right. I mean, your defense has got to create some offense where you can win basketball games when you don't shoot the ball well.
Which they were doing in that first and second quarter with Dellenberg had 5 block shots, and they were out running.
Davis to Camby, and Camby puts in a 3. Wow. Marcus Camby with a 3-point bomb from outside. Davis gets his 6th assist. And Marcus Camby with 11 points, make it 14 points and 10 rebounds. Spates with 4.5 to play here in the third.
Well, Philadelphia had 31 points in the first quarter. The tempo of the game was exactly where they wanted it. Since that point in time, they've scored 32 points. That's that short corner 3. Marcus Camby obviously has that kind of range. You see him shoot that shot really at the top of the circle a lot, Reggie, but he's not really going to shoot that 3 from the top of the circle. That's a much longer shot than it is from the corner.
But how about the trust of Baron Davis? You get into the teeth of the defense and everyone rotates to you and you knock it out to your 7-footer chilling in the short ball corner over there.
Well, he's 2 of 4 shooting the 3. That was only his second make all season. He'd only tried 3 from 3 in the first portion of this season. Marcus Camby. Knocked away by Brand. Davis, and a nice knock away by the newly inserted Drew Holiday. Back in Los Angeles on this New Year's Eve in the NBA on TNT tonight, presented by the United States Marine Corps. Clipper coach Mike Dunleavy threw out his back at practice today, so Tony Brown, his assistant, taking his place. Moments ago, our Cheryl Miller visited with Tony on the sideline.
Well, Coach, the tempo has been so critical for either team. What did you say to your team about this quarter and the last?
Well, we did a much better job this third quarter of playing defense. We've given them one shot at the basket, which has given us the ability to get out in the open court. We had some timely threes by Rasul Butler that helped us get a little cushion, but it's been a defense that's got us the lead.
I don't know how comfortable you guys are with the lead, but what do you tell them about finishing strong?
Never comfortable right now. We've had some letdowns so far this season with our energy. We just got to keep our energy up.
All right, thanks, Coach.
And Doug, we showed that graphic a little bit earlier in the broadcast about the blown leads, and there have been a lot of them for the Los Angeles Clippers this season.
Well, going into the new year, you've got to finish this game off. It's been a disappointing, really, last 2 quarters for the 76ers after getting off to a great start. Their energy level has gone down, and the Clippers has picked up.
Al Thornton is in there for Los Angeles. Davis over Holiday for 3. Oh, and a big hit from Baron Davis. That's the way you begin the fourth quarter.
And if you're Holiday, you've got to crowd Baron Davis and make him put the ball on the floor. You just can't give him a dare shot.
Davis now with 12. And plus 18 points above the arc in shooting tonight from 3 for the LA Clippers. Spates with the left hand and called for the travel.
Davis with the down pick right here. And if you're Holiday, you've got to get into the body of Baron Davis.
One Bruin against another. I'll do it for a second time.
Not going there.
Well,
not going there.
Remember the first game they played, Drew Holiday started. He was 0 of 6 against Baron Davis. He had no points. Baron Davis in that game had 20 points, 13 assists, and only 1 turnover.
Numbers. Across the lane. Finding DeAndre Jordan with about a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Elton Brand was reaching in. Looked like Elton perhaps picked up that foul as you see the smiling Jordan. That's the 3rd on Elton Brand. Well, the other night against the terrific Boston Celtics team, this was Baron Davis's shot that won it at the buzzer. Gave the Clippers a lead, but they couldn't continue that with the game and lost the next game out.
And Rondo misses 2 free throws with about 5 seconds left to put his team up to, and then Baron Davis with the game winner, and was really fouled on that shot by Rondo as well.
And speaking of that, you know, not winning, coming off that terrific game in Boston. Doug, you said this morning in our meeting. These two teams, both of them, consistently inconsistent.
Yes, and that's why they're where they are. You know, I mean, again, Philadelphia started out so good tonight. Now, I know they're on a back-to-back. Both teams are on a back-to-back. But I think you could see also, too, when Allen Iverson tonight, he's got 1 field goal and played like 29 minutes. He does have 6 assists. Talk about those minutes and stuff, how it's going to be important to keep his minutes down because, you know, this is a back-to-back game, and you could see, I don't know if I've ever seen Allen Iverson play 29 minutes and only have 1 field goal.
And only 4 shots.
Yes.
He's a human Kindle, by the way, with all that riding on there. Kapono, who's off the bench, comes up with his first 2. He took the place of Iguodala. Out there is Brand, Spates, Kapono, Williams. On the ball defense now by Drew Holiday, the youngest player in the NBA, the only player in the league born in the 1990s. Telfair's in. Closed by Holiday. Rebound by Spates. Spates again. Black hole. How many assists does he have this season?
11.
11.
I looked it up.
That's got to be a low.
You made sure you looked it up, right?
I looked it up.
Yeah, Coach, you a Philadelphia guy.
It's a charge
He
on
plays
Kaman.
defense, though, as he rotates over and takes the charge.
That's a little
from
Billy Donovan
Kaman.
defense in. That's Kaman's 3rd personal foul.
Now, Coach, you were talking about you always used to get Darrell Dawkins going
right.
early because he would set screens.
That's right. Tried to get Maurice Cheeks a couple meals so he'd give me a couple layups. Instead of throwing it to Doc for a dunk, give me just a couple layups, Maurice.
Would Darrell Dawkins be like Spates at times? He throw the ball down there and he wasn't looking to throw it back out?
Well, we had a team that a lot of guys did that. You know.
Telfair then picked off by Spates. And then the turnover by the Philadelphia 76ers.
Right there, you see the inexperience of the rookie Holiday right there. That's just not understanding the game. That's a rookie.
You know, it's just amazing to me. And you see the Philadelphia 76ers road trip. They had the horrible finish in Washington when they had control of that game. The Jazz, they had a bad 4th quarter. And then 2 great games against the Blazers and the Kings where they really finished strong. And tonight, after a great first quarter start, they just sort of went dead in the water.
Kaman with the left hand once again.
It's interesting, man. I think of him like Jermaine O'Neal to me is a right-handed player who plays left-handed. Yeah. Carlos Boozer, a righty that plays left-handed, as is Kaman. It's amazing. You got 3 guys who'd rather play with their left hand around the basket than their right hand.
22 points for Kaman. And plays with both hands right there.
Again, Chris Kaman, one of 3 guys in the NBA currently who are averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds. Chris Bosh and Zach Randolph being the other.
The Sixers get 2 or 3 stops in a row and score. They could put some pressure on the Clippers. We've seen the blown leads, but all of a sudden the Sixers are getting no defensive stops.
One of the highest centers in the Jordan! And nobody closed him off on the right baseline. And he goes flying in for 2 off the bench. Jordan has put in 7.
That's what you got to be very careful when you have 2 guys going for the block shot and nobody to get on the boards.
Kapono with the miss. Jordan gets the rebound. So he's come off the bench, Doug. This DeAndre Jordan, in 17 minutes, he's collected 8 rebounds and 7 points. And Holiday, born in California, went to UCLA on the floater, can't get it, but finds his own miss. And Kapono tees up a 3. And if he gets going, watch out.
Well, that's what he can do. At that time, you could see on a relocation, I always said offensive rebounds are the best ones you get your 3s on because that ball kicks out and you're looking for your man. The other times he's been chased off that 3-point line. That time he was just wide open.
Coach, there's a lot of time here.
Absolutely.
You're only down 13 points.
Davis. He hits that little shot. Now he is 6 of 9, 14 points. 39 minutes, Doug, between the last 3-point hit by Philadelphia and that one by Kapono.
High school, the entire Sixers team rolled up their sleeves and joined singer-songwriter Wycliffe and hundreds of student volunteers to give the school a much-needed facelift. The team also spoke with the students about the importance of leadership, teamwork, and giving back. The NBA, where giving happens, guys.
All right, Geraldine, thank you very much. The Los Angeles Clippers tonight, Doug, 54%. The 76ers ranked 26th in field goal defense. So the Clips shooting 54%, probably not much of a surprise. Lou Williams. Brand with the rebound.
Philadelphia only 7 fast break points after the first quarter.
And that turnover margin, 2 points off turnovers, only 3 now in the favor of Philadelphia, +3. And Reggie, I thought going in for the 76ers to win, they were going to have to be plus double digits in the fast break and the turnovers to win this game tonight. The Clippers have a very good inside game with Kaman inside out and them shooting the 3 ball the way they are tonight. They've hit 7 threes. So +15 at that 3-point line. And the Clippers as a team on the season average on a game 5 out of 16 makes, so they're 24th in the league. So tonight they already have 7 made threes, and we still have over 7 minutes to go in the game.
Each team has put up 19 free throws tonight, but the 76ers have hit 5 more at the stripe. Approaching 7 to play here in the fourth quarter. This is Andre Iguodala. Shot clock at 1. 24-second violation.
Nice defense there by Al Thornton.
Yeah, he took the challenge there, looked over at Tony Brown and said, look, next time you can start me against Iguodala, I'll be able to play. You don't have to start with Sewell Butler now.
Well, sometimes I kind of like a match under these young players. Anytime you sit them down, I used to talk about them not being able to guard certain players. They take it personal.
Coach Ivey used to have a great line. I used to love the guy. He said, you know what, if you don't want to play defense, your substitute will.
That was your Olympic coach back in '72.
Exactly.
Henry Iba.
If you don't want to defend, your substitute will.
Iverson has been sitting this entire fourth quarter.
Unless they make a run, I don't know if we'll see him anymore tonight.
He played 29 minutes in the first 3. Brand inside, grinding away. Kaman grabs the loose ball, his 9th rebound with his 22 points. Brand is 8 of 18. Baron Davis, 6 of 9.
Nice pass.
Lasers one inside. Another great assist by Baron Davis. He's got 7 assists, and 5 have come in this half. Baron Davis has he's got 4 turnovers, so he's had some issues there, and turnovers, of course, have been the issue for the Clippers all season long. Making things happen, and he has scored well and thrown the ball around. Holiday. Lou Williams, Thornton the close. That's a 3, and only the 3rd by the 76ers tonight.
And Lou Williams got a sweet shot. You can see why. And he was a part of that closing team of Philadelphia. Andre Miller was out there along with Lou Williams in the backcourt. They had Iguodala and Thaddeus Young. A lot of times Sam Dellenberry to block shots and stuff. But Lou Williams got a sweet jump shot.
Over Holiday, this is Baron Davis.
You're right, Kev. Baron Davis is trying to make it personal going against the rookie from UCLA and Holiday.
Here's Capono. Iguodala for 3. Rebound taken down by Sewell Butler. So we got a high-shooting Clippers team, 54%. Butler putting up a shot. That's 2 straight misses now by the Clippers. And this is when the Sixers have got to run and really cash in on what they do best. Holiday for 3. Drew Holiday.
See how different that if Sewell Butler's shot goes in, they go up 18, and it's sort of like a dagger. You're down. All of a sudden, it doesn't, and it.
2 options: take your own death or commit suicide.
Youth in Revolt, rated R.
We started with over 1 billion colors, generously added more than 2 million liquid crystal pixels, combined 960 backlighting LEDs with 240 flawless scenes per second, made it 50% more energy efficient, and it all came down to one thing. The new 55-inch True LED from Vizio. Superior picture performance, superior price from America's #1 LCD HD TV company.
The NBA on TNT, brought to you by Autotrader.com. Search for new and used cars by model, color, and price. Find the car you want at the price you want at Autotrader.com. By Vizio, America's #1 LCD HD TV company. By Pop Secret, for a great movie night, make it pop. And by Sprite.
New Year's Eve in Los Angeles. Log on to NBA.com/Taco Bell and check out Driving Better Choices, presented by Taco Bell. I'll think outside the bun. Taco Bell doesn't sound too bad right about now. Get a combo burrito. That'd make it 3.
How about Sir Charles' resolutions, New Year's resolution? 50 pounds. He said he's going to lose 50 pounds as the season, before the season gets over. So that will take us till June, and he's going to learn Spanish.
Spates in for Brand. Gordon is coming for Telfair. Good 3-on-1. A great feed by Drew Holiday, and Iguodala finishes with a flourish.
Well, they got a three-point shooter out there now, Capona, with speed and Lou Williams and Drew Holiday and Iguodala, and you got Spates inside. So this 76er team looking to make a push. We've talked about the Clippers losing leads.
Good feed. Came in inside. Cutting was Gordon. Slashing for 2.
Sixers got caught ball watching right there.
Fall asleep on that weak side and give up a layup.
Kamen's got 4 assists, 24 points, and 9 boards. Gordon's got 13. And Gordon comes up with it again. I'm with you, Doug. I like Gordon's game.
Well, he does a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
He's a good defender.
Very good defender, underrated defender.
And that's a foul that goes on the rookie. Baron Davis was forcing the issue just outside the lane, and 3:40 to play here in the 4th quarter. Holiday picks up his first personal foul. Again, no Iverson, but we were talking during the break, you know, that left knee, that arthritic left knee is really an issue. Can he come back in now, you think?
I think it'd be very tough. When you've sit this long, it's very, very difficult. I mean, that thing's going to be very stiff right now.
And on top of that, you're 34 years old. You're not 24.
And the second of a back-to-back, and that's a long shot by Butler. How about Rasul Butler? Putting in threes. He's got 14 in the 4th from long distance tonight. Iguodala missing the long 3. All right, so as we're getting a little bit tight here in Los Angeles, let's send you back to our TNT studios in Atlanta with Ernie Johnson.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. You know, we never have to work on New Year's Eve, but we do have a clock here. We do have a ceremony here to mark the beginning of 2010.
Excuse me, Ernie. I'm sorry, sir.
So, can we see our clock somewhere in here, guys?
It's almost 20
so we
seconds.
know when to start the countdown?
There, go right there. 20
Boom.
seconds.
Oh, right there. Okay, good.
Hey, Reggie, I heard what you said about me too.
So when it gets to 50, we're going to start counting backwards. Are you ready?
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, there you go.
What the hell happened?
Boom.
Years ago, our two experts presented these keys, and Doug, you began with fast break points.
Well, first quarter, 31 points for the 76ers. They had 10 fast break points. Since then, they've scored 50, only 9. Pace of the game went to the Clippers. Guard matchup. Iverson, a good first quarter, but then Baron Davis has taken over this game, 17 points, 7 assists.
And the bench points really insignificant, even though Philadelphia won it 31-17. A lot of those coming in this 4th quarter with the guys off the bench trying to cut into the deficit and close out 2009, plus 20 points in the second half for the Clippers.
We took a look moments ago at Allen Iverson on that bench. He played a lot in the first 3 quarters, hasn't played a lick here in the 4th. By the way, the 2 guys that Doug thought were important, Iguodala and Young, combined, Doug, 6 of 23 from the field. The numbers tell the story. Here's Holiday, and Davis comes up on him. What is amazing about Baron Davis's performance tonight is we didn't know how much he was going to play. In fact, Tony Brown told us before the game he may not play that much, but look at Davis. He's already played 34 minutes with a 17-point, 7-assist night.
I like, too, what Camby had done. He started out 3 of 12. Sam Delaware had 5 blocked shots in that first quarter, and since that point in time, 7 of 8 from Kaman. And here is Baron Davis once again with his little Bruin matchup head-to-head against Drew Holiday. But the thing about Kaman, and I talked about this earlier, and there's Ralph Lawler. And the reason we're showing him is Lawler's Law. He always said the first team to 100 wins. And look what it is now, 19-1 record this season. That counts as when you go back to last year, they were 50-7. And so his Lawler's Law looks like it's at work tonight. But just to follow up with Kaman, he has a tendency, guys, to get down on himself. And tonight, got off to the slow shooting start. He stayed with it. 24 points, continuing his all-star play. Also had 10 rebounds and some nice block shots.
Royale Ivy is coming for the first time for Philadelphia. Here's Capona over Rasul Butler. Another rebound for Kaman. He's got a double-double.